Firefox will be using that program to be able to help us. For now, I'm going to close this. Now there's multiple ways you can get to the Firefox installation folders. One is you can just go to mozilla.org's website. They'll give you the most recent version here. I have both this one and an older version just for the sake of demonstration. If you went to a site called oldapps.com, you can be able to find Firefox and multiple versions for different operating systems and any number of their older versions. For example, you can see 10.1 all the way down to the earliest versions. In the installers folder, I have both 10.1 and 3.6.26, so I'm just going to open the 3.6.26 one first. Here I'm going to continue to click Custom. Most of the default options are fine, except I don't need all of these. I just need the Start Menu one. I can choose to launch Firefox now, and I'm going to do so. Now, since this is the first time I've run it, I previously uninstalled everything of it so that I could be able to do a clean install for the sake of demonstration. It's detected that Microsoft Internet Explorer is here, but since I don't use it for anything, there's nothing to import. Otherwise, you would be able to select bookmarks, favorite pages, etc. to be able to import into Firefox. Now it's taking me to the old what's new page. I don't need to worry about this up here or this. For now though, I want to be able to begin updating this and customizing it. And so I have here the original files from when I had previously had Firefox installed, and so I'm going to navigate over to the files in the application data so that I can be able to install these manually. If I were to open this, you would be able to see all of the different components and defaults, etc. And in particular, there's one file called install.rdf. If I right-click on this, you can notice that there is now a context menu command for edit with Notepad+. If I click on this, it will allow me to edit it as though it were a text file. And so we can see here all the different descriptions that the file will present itself to Microsoft or to Mozilla Firefox when you try to install it. And so you can see here that there's a minimum version number, 2.0, and there's a maximum version, 6.0 *. This would refer to any version of Firefox between 2 and 6. If I were to try and install this into version 10, it would exceed the max version, and so it would give me an error saying it wouldn't be able to be installed. And so right now I'm just going to exit out of that. Actually, I can change this to, say, 11. And so now it'll work with any given version all the way up to Firefox 11. So I can close this, go up one level, copy and paste this. So I can copy this, and I can go here to run. And one of the environment variables that it will allow me to go to as though it were a folder is if I go like this to the run command and type in app data with the percentage sign at either end, it will take me to the application data folder where I can see that there's the Mozilla folder, and go into Firefox, Profiles, this gibberish name.default, which is where it's storing all the information, and when there's extensions here, I can open it and paste the old Google toolbar information into there. I'm going to remove this leading 07, and now when I reopen Firefox, so now it says the new add-on has been installed. I can choose to close this. And I don't want to enable the enhanced features, but now I have Google even though it said it had been discontinued. I still have it in use here, so nuts to them. At this point I can continue with the extension. add-ons. I don't need to worry about installing them manually anymore. At this point, I can choose to just basically drag and drop each one of these on there. The first will be AdBlock Plus. This is a program that will allow the user to specifically block different Google ads and Flash ads from displaying on a page, and the page will automatically arrange itself to exclude them from that point onward. So now here the add-on bar has been opened. It will not make any change until I restart Firefox, but I'm not going to worry about that yet. In the meantime, I'm going to continue dropping these on here. The second colorful tabs is a relatively simple one, which will replace all tabs with colors. Now this one also says it's incompatible because it's incompatible with this particular version. However, if I go to the Firefox add-ons here with the XPI, if I change this XPI to a ZIP or any other kind of extension like that, it will actually register as an archive file. So if I like, I can install or I can extract it to a folder, open it, alter the RDF here with the Notepad Double Plus, and I can change the version requirements. So here is the max version 10 and the minimum version 3.7. Just to be mundane, I'm going to change that to a 1. Close this. I'm going to add these to a file. I'm going to make it a zip file with no compression. I'm just going to store it. And I'm going to rename it back to an XPI file. I'm going to drag and drop it into Firefox, and it will give me the option of installing it, and this time when it registers the RDF information, it will be able to install it properly. There we go. So here I can go up, do the dragging and dropping to the themes. This will allow me to personalize all of this gray into something a little bit more personable. In my case, I had the hammock and the beach ocean scenes. The download status bar is what is available down in the bottoms whenever I download anything. It will show me the speed of the download, what has been downloaded so far, and the rate of the download as far as percentage finished, as well as a name of how much is, or name of what has been downloaded. This video download helper I will demonstrate later when we get the full version of Firefox running. In the meantime, I'm going to close that. Firebug is a program that will allow me to examine the internal workings of a web page. This way I could, for example, right-click on an object. This also says it's incompatible, so I'll deal with it later. It is a program that will let you deal with the inner workings of a web page, so if I were to right-click on something and find, say, a piece of script that I like, I could be able to find out how to manipulate it or change the web page without having to do a save as, and then run it in the Notepad Double Plus. This Mozilla archive format will basically allow Firefox to read a page that has been saved as an MHT file, which is basically a single file that contains all the information and files and photos that a web page might have. This recent addition, the Nuke Anything Enhanced, will allow you to right-click on an object and remove it from the page so that you no longer have to see it, but it is only a temporary measure. It is still useful. This online translator toolbar will allow you to highlight text, copy text to the clipboard, or to simply translate the entire page into any language of your choice to any language of your choice.